All right, Dylan, I got a call earlier. It was Nintendo. I know you've been expecting a call from them for some time.
It's true. I have.
So I received a call from Nintendo earlier today. It was actually really inconvenient because I was at work at the time, and I was like, God, Nintendo's calling. Okay.
Why did you receive this call?
I am your secretary legally. It's listed on your website.
I need to change that.
Well, I may have worked that in myself. I'm just, I'm trying to build up my brand and really get my name out there. And I thought that just just some free exposure that way would be really good. So anyways, I'm currently listed as your secretary. So Nintendo did call me. It was a huge inconvenience. I was at work and I was not happy about it, but I was like, okay, I guess I got to take this one because
what do they have to say?
So they want you to be the face of their company is the thing. Yeah, and I was just wondering, I don't know if you want to take it or not, so my question is this the best thing ever or the worst thing ever?
So here's the thing. I already have a contract with Bethesda.
Oh, I totally forgot about that. I filed those papers away, and I just completely forgot.
Wait, so, does this mean I can never play Skyrim again? If I was to take this job?
Not in public, but I mean, maybe there's some way that we can make these two contracts coincide in some way and figure out some sort of merger between the companies.
Maybe I make the Dovahkiin a playable character in Smash.
And the taunt is just yelling.
Yeah. The taunt is Foos.
Or
exactly like that.
And the next time I load up when the next Animal Crossing comes up and I load it up and I'm psyched, and believe me, I will be psyched. I just open it up and here's just this hulking super mutant just lumbering towards me, and he's just like, "Oh, hello. Would you please deliver these flowers to my good friend Dottie?"
Oh man, can the town song be about the tunnel snakes?
The town tune, tunnel snakes, but it's only the notes, snakes. So it should be.
That's us.
That's really good.
I love it. Let's start the show. All right, welcome to Worst Thing Ever with Dylan and Drew.
Sponsored by Heat Tap.
No one will ever get that, Drew.
Two people will get that joke, and they'll love it.
Yeah.
And their names are Dylan and Drew.
Or anybody who's ever watched Dragon Ball Z Abridged. Anyway, so yeah, welcome to Worst Thing Ever with Dylan and Drew. Hi, I'm Dylan. I'm your best friend. Look at that.
I'm Drew. I'm your worst friend.
Crazy.
By the way, be on the lookout for my new spin-off show. It's my own solo show. I'm kicking Dylan off for this one. It's just like Heat Tap didn't want to foot the bill for another podcast because they were just like, I don't know that Dylan's got what it takes for this one. Drew, you take this one. It's called Drew's Bandana Blitz. And really what it is it's just, it's going to be a podcast where I try on a different bandana each time. I just review the bandana, and you can't see it, of course, but I will tell you all about it. And then the latter half of it is a Bruno Mars fan cast, and I'm not sure that I'll have sustainable news each week for it, but I'll just free associate about what Bruno's been up to then.
This sounds like quality radio.
I think it's going to be really good, to be honest, and he taps promising 6-digit figures for this one, so I'm feeling real confident about it.
I gotcha. So you're not on that yet.
Not
right
on that
now,
yet.
You're on Worst Thing Ever with Dylan and Drew. Hi, I'm Dylan.
I was just trying to get that marketing.
Friend.
I was just trying to get that free marketing out there. Just when I go for my solo career, I'm Drew, your worst friend.
And this is a great little podcast where we put everything into its proper place.
Categories of worst thing ever and best thing ever.
Yeah, that's it, because there's nothing else in between. It's either the best thing ever or it's the worst thing ever.
For sure, not even a little bit.
There's a massive chasm. There's a big cliff on one side, and it's like, look at us, it's all the best things. And all the things on the other side, and they're like, look at us, it's all the worst things. And that's it. Everything else is just the void.
And then they meet in the middle, and they just totally cancel each other out. Dylan, you have been promising me a zany story all week. And you've been keeping it from me.
Oh, yes. I'm so excited about this.
And I really want to know what happened because it's been days.
Yeah. Okay, so you know how I was gone a lot last week?
You were gone for quite a bit.
Okay, so I'm gonna fill you in.
I assumed you were ring shopping?
What? What?
For us, I assumed you're out purchasing a ring. We've got this hike coming up in a few days, so I got big expectations,
Hey, man. I don't think I'm quite there in our friend husband level of relationship.
I can't wait.
It's gonna be a couple years before I make you frusband.
All right, so the engagement's off. I get it. I get it. You gotta tell me twice. But what have you been up to?
I'm sorry, buddy. I've been hanging out with other people.
You've been seeing people behind my back. Literally just seeing them. Like
Just seeing actual people.
other people have entered your field of vision.
And that's it.
I'm not okay with this.
You're very jealous. You need to work on that.
We talked about this.
This is not an open friendship.
I'm your only friend.
So I am going to tell you this story.
Yes.
Okay. Are you fine? Are you ready? Are you ready to get
Yes.
all of the holes filled in?
I will stop interrupting you.
No, you won't.
I won't. But I'll stop interrupting you long enough for you to at least start.
Awesome. Okay, I'll take that. So, in order to vote in this fine country of ours, or at least this fine state of ours,
Yes.
you have to have a Tennessee license.
Classic.
Yeah. So, obviously, we're in an election, 2016. It's currently October.
I have heard about that.
Donald Trump, Hillary Clinton, all the good stuff, and all the other third-party people in between.
Yes.
So I want to do my civic duty and vote. But, as I said before, in order to do that, got to have a driver's license from here.
Yes.
So I decided to go to the DMV.
I'm so sorry.
You should be. So, start you on Monday.
All right.
All right?
Wait.
It's Monday afternoon.
Start me on Monday. All right.
Starting you
Okay,
on
I'll
Monday.
just let you go.
Okay, so Monday afternoon, I'm like, I need to go get an ID. So I go to the DMV, which luckily is only 5 minutes away from our house. And I walk in thinking, I'm just going to sit down. I'll go up. I'll say, hey, I need a new license. They're like, cool, fill out the stuff. Wait 20 minutes and be done with it. So there was 150 people in there. And I'm not lying. 150 people crammed in like sardines. This building is probably built for 80 people. Out like standing on the edges, sitting in the middle of aisles. Absolutely ridiculous. And I literally just about face and nope out of there as quick as I possibly can. It's like, nope, not doing that, not doing that. And I'm like, I don't have a book, I don't have a computer, I don't have anything, I'm not doing this. I will come back tomorrow when it's safer. So, day 2, Tuesday, I go, more prepared this time, got a book, and I go a little bit earlier, and I walk in, still 150-ish people in there. Still crammed in there like sardines. And I'm like, this is ridiculous. I don't want to keep doing this.
Yeah.
So I go in there and I get a number and I wait for like 20 or 30 minutes.
Yeah.
And then someone looks over at me. I don't know what about me. Just the way that I am tipped them off. And they were like, are you here for a new driver's license? And I was like, yes. Do you work here? And they were like, oh, no. I was like, okay.
No, but you look lost.
And they're like, well, actually, their systems are down, so they can't give any new licenses today.
Jeez.
I was like, no way. You're kidding me. And they're like, no, they can't do it. It's like, crap.
Either this was someone helping you or someone who was just like weeding out competition. Just like there's no
One less person on the island.
I didn't come here to make friends. I came here to win.
I didn't just come here to dance, if you know what I mean. I'm very proud of that Carly Rae Jepsen reference I just made.
Tuesday didn't work out for you
Tuesday
either.
didn't work out for me. So Wednesday, I'm like, I'm doing it.
Wednesday, my day.
Wednesday, my day. All right. So I go in even earlier this time. Once again, I come prepared. I come with a backpack, books, computers, work, pleasure. It's going to be a good time.
A hummus plate.
Maybe some baby carrots.
What, like a Guess Who board game so that like you can feel like you have company?
Yeah, exactly. A nice audiobook, some green apples and caramel dip if I'm feeling kind of naughty. So I walk in, and guess how many people were there? You're right, almost 150 people again. The same amount of squish was in there that time as well. And I'm like, this is ridiculous. So I go and I get a number. And there was a person who was working there who was like, oh, are you here for a license? And I was like, yes, I am. I am here for a license.
Oh,
like,
a regular. Good to see you.
And they're like, great. Well, it'll be about a 2 to 3 hour wait. And I was like, you're kidding me. They were like, yep, 2 to 3 hour wait.
Yes, I am kidding you. It'll be 4.
So I was like, screw this. You know what I'm going to do? Drew, do you know what I'm going to do?
What are you going to do?
I'm going to be smart this time.
They need to make fast passes for the DMV.
They do need to yeah, they could take a lesson from Disney. So I was like, I'm going to be smart this time.
Yeah.
So I got my number and I left. I left to go do errands.
So you took the fast pass route.
Yeah, so I did take the fast pass route. Exactly. I ran some errands. I bought some food.
Drank some tea.
Yeah. Had some of my hummus plate. My hummus plate.
Went for a rousing bout of tapas with some friends.
I may or may not have.
Those shared plate meals.
I may or may not have played a round of tennis. It was great.
Some cribbage.
Yeah. So I came back after about
Feeling fancy
after about an hour and 20 minutes. And I get in and they hadn't reached my number yet. And I was like, awesome. The plan worked. I could just keep waiting. So I wait for another 30, 45 minutes
Yeah.
and they skip my number.
No.
And there's nothing I can do about it because all of the info desks are completely full of people who are trying to get driver's license so that they can vote.
Oh, no.
So I wait there another 30 minutes thinking that it's like maybe it's just a tech difficulty and they never call my number. And I'm like, I'm done. I can't do it. I can't do it.
Yeah.
So I left again.
Oh, my God.
And I was like,
crazy.
You know what? Screw this. I am coming right when it opens. I'm getting here the moment it opens. I'm going to get in. I'm going to get in line. I'm going to get in here. I'm going to get through it. It's going to be done. I'm not doing this again.
Let me hold
So,
on. Let me take a guess. You show up and it's like
On day 4?
you show up on day 4 and it's like day 4. You show up on
know.
day 4 at the DMV and it's like next gen console style where like people have been camping out all night and they're like, "Oh, you didn't hear? They released a new license.
So,
This one's got a different graphic of the state on it."
hey, so here's the thing.
Yeah.
I know you're joking, but you're not wrong. I show up at 8 a.m. and there is a line of 70 people wrapped around the building.
Jeez. Oh my God.
And I'm like, this is ridiculous, but I'm here. I'm not leaving. I'm not doing this again. This is my life now.
And you're just like, oh, what is this, an Owl City concert circa 2007?
Exactly. Good reference. Look at you.
I was feeling it. I had to throw it out.
So I get in line. And this has nothing to do with the story, but I will say I decided that I was going to live tweet it. So I live tweeted my experience that day. It was great. But that is irrelevant to the story.
Yeah.
So I get in line and I wait and I wait and I wait for an hour and a half before I'm actually able to get into the DMV to take my number.
Gee.
So I finally get my number and I sit down and wait. And I start making friends with the people around me because it's sort of like a camaraderie, we're all in this together sort of situation.
You're all like planning the People's Revolution.
There were several talks of government coups. No joke. Several talks. So
The revolution will not be televised. It'll be a grassroots movement at the DMV.
Exactly. So I'm talking to this dude, and he's showing me this document of all of the things that you can use to basically show that you live in Tennessee. All the documents that you can use. And I am terrified. I brought 5 pieces of mail.
Yeah.
To prove that I've lived here for 5 years.
One for every year.
Yeah. And I'm terrified that I have not brought the right documents.
Yeah.
So I'm like, you know what? We've been sitting here for an hour now. So we're 2.5 hours in. We've been sitting here for an hour now. We've gone through 10 numbers. There's still 7 numbers to go before they hit me.
Yeah.
I've got time. I'm going to run home, get some of these documents that I think I need, and run back. It'll be 10 minutes. It's fine. Hey, random person. I think his name was Tom. Random person named Tom. Here's my number. Give me a call if they start getting kind of close to my number at the DMV, and I'll rush home. I'll rush back to the DMV, which is becoming home at this point.
Which has been auto-corrected on Apple Maps to home.
Basically, at this point. So I drive back to our home. I run in.
The one in which you sleep but do not live.
Exactly. I run in. I'm going through my files to find these documents, and I get a call from an unknown number. And I'm like, what? And it's Tom. And Tom is like, so, hey, this is Dylan, right? And I'm like, yeah, hey. And he's like, so they just called your number.
Oh,
I was like, no.
Tom, we talked about this.
I lost it. So I sped all the way back to the DMV. I cannot believe I didn't get a ticket. I think it was going 60 over. It was absolutely ridiculous. I get in there, I'm sweating. I'm drenched and huffing and puffing.
You'd gone Super Saiyan 3 by this point.
Exactly.
Just from the sheer stress.
And so all of the people who were with me knew the situation I was in, and they see me walk in, and they're just like, go, cut in line. They're kind of giving me
go to her.
They're giving me power fists, go Dylan, you got this. So I run up to
go Dylan, and by this point they're all frequent listeners of the podcast because they had nothing else to do in line. So
hours to burn. So I cut this person in line. I still feel terrible about it, and I apologize profusely. But I was like, "Hey, you called my number 5 minutes ago. I was out for just a second. Can you still, service me?"
Yeah.
And they were they kind of I don't know. And I was like, "Please, please, 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 please." And they said, "Fine."
Fine. You tipped me in about 15 pleases. And I do run on those as fuel.
So I'm they're like, okay, so what are the documents that you have to prove that you live here? I'm like, I have all of this mail, and I have all of these other documents. And they say, that's not enough.
Oh, no.
You are serious.
How many documents do you need?
I don't know, man. I just guess I didn't have the right ones or something. I don't know. I brought 8 documents. And only one of them worked.
Did you just grab random ones? Did you
No, I grabbed renters agreements and stuff, but they were all at our old apartment, so it didn't matter.
I grabbed my homework from several years ago.
From high school.
I grabbed my homework from high school. I grabbed a receipt from a cafe that I bought some coffee in the other day. I figured that would be enough.
I brought a love letter from an ex-girlfriend. It was great.
And I brought a picture of me in front of the Parthenon, the Nashville Parthenon, not the Parthenon.
To prove that I fully live here.
Yeah.
Only residents can take pictures in front of our most popular monuments.
Only residents are allowed at the real tourist attractions.
So I am about to lose it. And they're like, it's fine. We'll give you a form. You fill out this form. It will count as one of those documents.
Yeah.
And they give me a new number. And I would like to point out, my first number was 17, and it took 3 hours to get to 17. My next number was
certainly 3.
67. Oh. Yeah, you see where this is going. So I'm going to skip a lot of this story because I could literally talk for 30 minutes about this.
Yeah.
I wait. And I wait. And I wait.
I'm noticing a trend.
You're noticing a trend, exactly. And I wait until all of the people who were there with me at 8 a.m. are gone. And there's new people. And I will say, they were there for 5 hours.
Yeah.
But then there's new people. And new people. And I'm still there. And I'm still there. And I haven't eaten all day. I didn't eat breakfast or lunch. It's at this point, it's 4 p.m. I got there at 8 a.m. It's 4 p.m.
No, how are there new people coming in and you haven't been called yet?
I have no idea. I don't understand their system.
He can wait. He only paid me in pleases.
It's a really sucky tip.
He
He didn't even give me a cherry on top.
You pulled a full shift at the DMV. Full 8-hour shift.
Yeah. So I get to know all the people around me.
Again
and again. So many different people. And I will say the DMV is the great equalizer, right? I mean, everyone has to go there. Black, white, Republican, Democrat,
living,
rich,
dead,
poor, dog person, cat person.
Witches, non-magical people.
Witches and muggles.
Owners of swords, non-owners of swords. Literal fish.
And non-literal fish. People who just claim to be
Swedish fish.
Swedish fish.
Everyone.
I do want to give you one quick aside. You were probably really confused about this, and never told you why. So in my original license, okay, I was talking about this earlier. I really like my picture on my original license. And I really like the outfit that I was wearing.
Yeah.
So I decided I was going to wear that outfit again.
Like, I'll get in my fancy boy dress.
Yeah.
And
So
I'll
I'm filling in some puzzle pieces for you. I wore that outfit
and this is why you
4 days in a row.
Yes, this is why. Well, the thing is, the passage of time has become a blur for me. And the past 6 months feel less like 6 months and more like one very, very, very long day. So I did notice that you were wearing the same clothes. What it seemed to me like at least a couple days in a row.
Yeah, well, I'll just say that like by the end.
So you were wearing your fancy boy dress 4 days in a
like
row.
A sweater shirt. It was like a hip sweater shirt from PacSun.
I gotta ask what your plan behind this was. Where like you're gonna wear these nice clothes and you're gonna get pulled over someday for going 60 to get to the DMV real quick.
Because this is gonna happen again.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like you're gonna have to do this every year probably. I mean, just make like have it be an annual thing where you're just like, well, this I learned a lot from this experience. I feel like I really grew as a person, and I want to do it again. So you're gonna speed to the DMV. You get pulled over. And is like, all right, sir, I'm going to need some license and registration.
Oh, no.
And they're looking it over, and this officer's just like, oh, damn. Oh, damn, this picture's looking nice. Hey, did you know that you're looking real good in this picture? I don't know if you know,
officer.
It's like
I tried really hard.
The hair.
I was very stubborn.
The hair is perfectly coiffed, and you look like you just made a lot of friends. To be honest, like you look real confident. And this outfit. Okay. If you'd be willing to just like give me this outfit, we can forget that anything ever happened here.
What if I wasn't wearing it?
I would be willing, like, I'll follow you home. I don't got any plans right now. Like, there's no big police bus going on.
You're very patient.
Yeah, I mean, like, I'm just trying to
You're
look
a very
good.
patient, corrupt police officer.
Well, I'm just trying to look good for my family because the thing is, my kid's been getting on my case and they've been making fun of me a lot. And they're just like, you look like such a cop. And I'm like, I need to wear cooler clothes. I need to get cooler clothes while I'm on the job.
Can I just refer you to PacSun and say, go buy it yourself?
What is this? Ooh, PacSun. What is this PacSun of which you speak?
It's a
hold
shirt
on. Let me
store.
guess. PacSun. So I can only imagine that this is like they dabble in only the finest of linens. And like these are the kinds of things that like you put in on delicate, and then you gotta hang dry. Gotta hang dry, and you gotta like you wash it with a mixture of. You don't use regular water. Use a mixture of yak saliva and a special detergent.
You can't see me, but my face is in absolute horror. I would like to...
A pack of sunshine clothes, that's the name, yes.
Officer, I'd like to point out that this is skater gear.
Skating on the waves of the future.
So anyway... So I wore that outfit 4 days in a row.
Yeah.
It was real stinky. Right. So they finally call my number.
Yeah.
And I would like to point out, like I was saying earlier, camaraderie and all of that.
You high five the
would
person.
also-
You high five the person who's like, hey, what's up? Another day, another DMV, right?
Yeah. My name had kind of spread throughout the DMV, or at least where I was sitting.
become DMV
I was like the guy
famous?
who'd been there since 8 a.m. No one else had been doing that.
Yeah.
So they called my name, and I stood up, and I got a standing ovation. 30 people, and I'm not lying about this. 30 people around me stood up and started clapping for me and cheering and just being like, "Woo! Woo!
Now I want to.
All right, you did it."
Now I want to free associate about the reasons that this might be.
Sure, go for it.
The first one is the easiest one, is that they're just like, oh, finally, he's got his chance. Second easiest one is that they're like, oh, I'm so sick of seeing him. I'm so glad he's going to get out of here. The third option is they're just like, woo! Oh, look at those linens. Ooh, look at those. These these fresh to death just clothes walking up to the counter here. Oh God, I gotta give me some of those. That's the third option.
Yeah,
the fourth option.
I walk towards the info desk like Bruno Mars. Just, too hot, hot damn. Like a dragon wanna retire, man. You know how it is.
Yeah, only the finest shoes.
Only the finest shoes.
So you're walking up. The other option is that you're walking up and your name has spread, but people haven't associated a name with a face yet, and you become somewhat of a myth, and they think you're a deific figure at this point. And there's just like all kinds of legends going around. It's just like, oh, did you hear?
DMV culture evolves very quickly.
Did you hear that he slew an entire car by himself?
Did you hear he passed his driver's test in 3 minutes? In a Porsche? On the moon? I just standing up, I'm like, yes, peasants, it's all true.
Yes, 'tis
every word.
Yes, 'tis I, King DMV, here to grace you with my presence. Bask in the the Pacific sunshiny, just irradiating from my body. You're welcome. You're welcome. All right, I'm out of here.
I lean down and let them kiss the ring of royalty. It's like a ring pop because that's all I have.
All right, I'm done with this place. It smells like paper and detergent. It smells like paper and Clorox.
Yep. But yeah, so I got a new license. I was there for 7.5 hours. I did not eat.
No.
It was ridiculous. It was basically a shift. And I would like to point out, they took my picture and they cropped my body so that you can only see my face. Drew, you can only see my face. You cannot see my sweet, sweet, sweet PacSun threads.
Your sweet, sweet digs.
You can only see my beautiful face. And I smiled real goofy. And I forgot to shave that morning. And it does not look super good. I'm not gonna lie.
God.
But I also won't lie.
Even the
I've
best
never felt so happy.
Oh, the best laid plans.
I tried. I left. I don't think I've ever felt such a connection to the song Walking on Sunshine. Because I left skipping. I was just like, I'm walking on sunshine. Whoa, I'm walking on sunshine. I'm going to stop singing that now.
I feel like that is how I would leave that situation.
Oh, no. Leaving that was the most amazing thing I've ever done. So, best story or worst story ever? What would you say?
God, it's the worst story ever because the whole time, like, I'm just in your shoes. No. And the thing is, you'll never see any of these friends again. Yeah, that sounds like a nightmare experience, but
it's done.
It sounds worse than just actually going to a shift at work. So.
Yeah, didn't even get paid. So hey,
yes,
all of that whole experience. Got me thinking about things that I like in my life, things that I like to do, things that I would rather spend my time doing. And one of them is obviously watching
things that you'd rather be doing than
the sci-fi epic, which is a Star Wars.
Of course.
Because I love it. So, directed by George Lucas, beloved universally. But George Lucas was really known for making changes in the old films.
Yeah.
Going back and like, doing re-releases and special editions and all of that.
Making mistakes.
Adding
errors.
Yeah, a lot of people aren't super happy with what he put in. He put in a lot of CGI into old 70s movies.
He looked back into it and he was like, this wasn't bad enough is the problem.
I remember I had a VHS copy of the special edition of Episode 4, A New Hope, and I was so proud of it because I thought it was so rare. Little did I know at 6 that like literally everyone had the special edition because that's all they released after that point. So, what would you say is the best change that George Lucas could have made to the Star Wars films?
I feel like there's a couple.
Okay.
He could replace all of the Ewoks with just just Yorkshire Terriers.
Yes. Yes.
Because they kind of look like them as it is, and I want them to just finish the job and go the extra mile and just have it be just a bunch of these these tiny little pups just scampering around Endor.
Zipping.
And of course, they couldn't throw spears or like down ATSTs anymore.
And yet they're still killing stormtroopers. Because stormtroopers are the weakest things in the world.
Like they just run up and they don't quite even touch a stormtrooper. There's just a troop of these
just look at 'em with those
these
puppy
terriers
eyes.
walking up. Yeah, they're just too cute and they're just like, oh, keeling over.
They give them all heart attacks.
No, it's too sweet.
So I want to
This one's name tag says Ruffles. And this one says Wavy Lays, who named them after potato chips. No, it's too cute.
Oh, I like to think...
This one's name is Nutella. Its color is just like that.
I like to think that during the celebration scene, which you remember, once
Once they take down the Death Star and they're
the
just
Death Star.
celebrating on Endor, yeah.
So in the original movie, there's all of the Ewoks celebrating, just going like, "Roo, roo, roo,"
Yeah.
or whatever. But instead of just a lot of,
Or like they're all tuckered out after the battle, so they're all like napping, or they're like, circling around their doggy beds. And
yeah.
instead of the huts on top of the trees, they just have winding stairs leading up to these just circular doggy beds.
Oh, that's so cute. I like this. This is the best change. This is the best possible change. I fully support. I endorse this change, in fact. I would vote for this change for office.
Change you can believe in.
Change you can believe in.
The other option is instead of Chewbacca, well, rather, not instead of Chewbacca, but the role of Chewbacca is now being performed by Liam Neeson.
What? Like Liam Neeson?
Like Liam Neeson.
Just Liam Neeson or Liam Neeson in like alien prosthetics?
I think like...
Because it can't just be Qui-Gon Jinn.
Oh, yeah, right. I think just like currently, like Liam Neeson now.
So Qui-Gon Jinn.
But he doesn't have long hair is the thing. So, and it's just Liam Neeson, and they still keep in the Wookiee yelling, but it's not like...
Well, that was pretty good.
It's just Liam Neeson just... Ah! Ah!
All right, I got a tweak for this one.
Yeah.
So he only does Wookiee yells, or Wookiee Liam
He just
Neeson
does
yells.
vowels yelling.
Yeah. Until the scene in The Empire Strikes Back when Han gets encased in carbonite and carted away. And all of a sudden, Chewie blocks them off at the pass and says, I don't know who you are. I don't know what you want. If you're looking for a ransom, I can tell you I don't have money. But what I do have is a very particular set of skills.
This is a flawless Liam Neeson right here.
Skills I've acquired over a very long career, and so on and so forth.
They make me a nightmare to people like
They make me a nightmare to people like you. And then he just ends it off with a good...
Watch out, Jabba. Ah!
And then Boba Fett just like shoots him in the head, and that's that.
Oh, no, I don't like that ending.
He's just standing there.
Well, this was great until the part where Chewie died.
He's just standing there.
He's agile. He's a rough customer. He's a rough and tumble customer, and he can't be taken down that easy.
Yeah, that's true. Liam Neeson's pretty tough.
So those are my two ideas for how he could best fix these.
I love it. You got to pick one, though. Only one can be best. There could be only
I gotta
one.
go with the terriers.
Good choice.
Now, we've heard best. I want to know what the worst edits he could make to the trilogy, or I guess the rest of the series.
Ooh. I think I got to go with making Padme and Anakin brother and sister for consistency's sake.
That is the worst.
Hey, man, they did it for Luke and Leia.
Literally.
They got to do it for the parents.
God.
It's got to run in the family.
Oh my
Literally run in the family.
Run in the family. I'm so not into this. God, we're just...
I don't even think I need to go into that one. We can just leave that one there.
Yeah, that one's definitely the worst.
Yep. Gonna leave that one there. Leave it on the table. So everyone can
I just
smell it as
hold
they're
on,
going
hold on.
past.
I just had this idea.
All right.
So George Lucas, he loves to change things, right?
Yeah, he did. That was literally what the past 10 minutes has been about.
I was wondering, Dylan, what's the worst possible change that George Lucas could make to your childhood? Like if he could just roll back and use his just with Final Cut Pro and just edit in like, ooh, I'm going to change that right there. What would it be?
Oh man. Give me a sec to think about that. That's good. A lot of people did say he used to change, he ruined, quote unquote, ruined their childhoods by going back and changing those things.
Yeah, how's he gonna ruin yours?
I feel like, how's he gonna ruin my childhood? I'm gonna say that he made my first kiss CGI instead of using practical effects.
What exactly?
So I want to set the scene for you.
Is he CGIing like Mystique from X-Men as your first kiss, or are these like background effects?
This is like background effects. I want to set the scene for you. So I'm at Locomotion, which is
I don't know what that
is.
is.
The local arcade and go-kart place.
God, are you serious?
Yes. No. And I'm there with
that romance.
I'm there. I'm 13. I'm there with my second girlfriend.
Nice.
Nice. Miracle. And we have been dating.
Just guzzling down thirst busters.
We've been dating, quotation marks, you can't see dating, going out, I guess was the word we used to use. Yeah. We've been going out for like 3 weeks.
And it was getting serious.
Getting real serious.
You got into like at least one school dance.
We're sitting in line for the go-karts. So we're literally basically just like in a parking lot.
Nice.
In line for the go-karts.
Fresh.
And I'm sitting up on the fence, or she's sitting up on the fence, and I'm just like standing next to her. Yeah. And we're looking deeply into each other's eyes.
Wow.
And we lean in.
Wow.
And we kiss. And then we kiss again and again and again, and like just made everyone really uncomfortable because I didn't know what I was doing, or the fact that PDA was really gross.
Jeez. So you're in the middle of a
line with like 30 people, and I'm just macking on her.
You are the customers that I can't stand. Generally speaking, I don't really mind customers at the cafe just like doing weird stuff because like whatever, everyone is getting up to some weird stuff and I get it. Me too. But the thing that I have a problem with is when you are literally devouring your girlfriend's hand with your arms, and I don't know what you're trying to do, but it looks like you're just trying to make that arm disappear, and you're just like, no, she's got one arm too many.
We're connected at the hip now.
Gonna confiscate
we're like
this
brothers.
one. Gonna confiscate this one. Or like, I'm trying to get you to order, and I'm just like, I can help you anytime, and you aren't hearing a word I'm saying because like someone's tongue is up in your ear. Yeah, I can't handle that.
Yep. So
that was you.
So that was me. And I guess George Lucas would go back and maybe like put us on a moon or like have fireworks going on in the background.
The sparks on Mustafar just swirling around you. And you're just like, what's going on, George? There's no lava here. There's no lava here. This is inconsistent.
This is a parking lot in Fayetteville, Arkansas.
Jabba the Hutt is slithering in the background.
Or there's like speeders going by. Speedsters.
Speed boys, as I call them.
Or there's like the person who's running the go-kart thing is an alien and he speaks in an alien tongue. Just like
a Geonosian is
a Geonosian man like in the helm. Around. Anyway, so that would be the worst change. Mm-hmm. What would you say is the best?
I'm gonna go on a similar track as you, and I'd say that the best change would be, so we're going to my first kiss, right?
Oh, rad. Okay.
My first kiss. Where was that? I guess we're in front of a sushi. Wait, no, we're in front of a Krispy Kreme.
Oh, we had some ratchet kisses, man.
In a car in front of a Krispy Kreme after eating sushi. And this is all the same. All those details are great. These are all super good details. Very romantic, super good. The only difference is Samuel L. Jackson is chilling in the background. Like he's just there.
Like in the back of the car?
No, he's outside the car and he's just kind of standing at the end of the street and like maybe he's on the phone or something, but it's comforting to know that he's there.
Or he looks over and he's just like,
he doesn't even need to say anything. Just
these sweet boys out of this parking lot.
He doesn't even need to say anything. Just the sheer fact that the sheer fact of his presence would be a great comfort, and it would really add to the atmosphere.
So it's like you start kissing, and it's like it's going really well, and you just look over and you both go, "Huh."
Also,
is that Samuel L. Jackson?
Also, the terriers are there. In the car.
That sounds horrifying. That's not a good time. They're not going to just be like chilling in the back being asleep. They're going to be yapping.
That's fine.
How many terriers?
They're so cute. Probably like, I don't know, how many are there on the planet? 80?
Oh my God. How big is your car? How many seats, Drew? How many seats? Confess. How many seats?
Well, that's the movie magic is that the screen adds 10 pounds is what I've heard. So then it would add 10 pounds to my car. So it would free up more room for more terriers. Yeah.
Okay.
That's how space works.
That doesn't make any sense, but we'll leave it at that.
It's fine. So, on the subject of changes and modification, the human form. Honestly, we're pretty doomed, I think, if we don't, have some big changes to just how we are as human beings.
That's true. We're evolving.
Yes.
AI, singularity.
So we need to make
Climate change.
we need to make some changes
Mars.
to the human genome. And my question is, what's the best modification to the human anatomy?
Oh, I love this question. Ooh, I gotta go with monkey feet because sports.
Monkey feet.
Because imagine sports.
I'm imagining sports.
Yeah.
Volleyball, there's a lot more hurdles involved.
Yes.
Maybe some long jumping is in order to dunk in basketball, you have to long jump now.
Yeah.
Because the thing is, you got to make it more difficult if you're going to have that added
Oh,
mobility.
it's true. You're going to have a lot more gymnastics in all sports. Gymnastics is going to become the most important sport to have prior to doing any of your other sports.
Yeah.
Also,
yeah.
there's just vines around the basketball
There's
court.
vines everywhere.
So you can just go, there's just vines everywhere. You can swing from vine to slam dunk.
All of the football teams are marsupial themed now.
Exactly. No one wears shoes anymore. No one wears cleats anymore. Cleats are a thing of the past.
What I'm imagining,
because people are catching footballs with their feet and then transferring it to their hands, and then instead of running, they're just doing cartwheels because they can.
See, what I'm imagining this would look like in actuality. So we're talking about we're just adding monkey feet. But what would probably happen is we would inject ourselves with a special formula. And of course, this special formula is to fight the virus that is causing us to die off. We're basically Green Goblin in the most recent Amazing Spider-Man movie. So we would look horrible and awful. We'd look like Harry Styles or whatever his name is in that movie. I can't remember the guy's name.
Harry Styles from One Direction?
Harry Styles. No, Harry Styles, the real name of the Green Goblin.
Harry Osborn.
Harry Styles. So Harry Styles, heir to the throne of the Styles Corporation.
I bet he
known
for
hair.
Paxson.
Loves some Paxson. Loves those fresh digs, those threads, those linens, that alpaca saliva. Anyways, he's put together a. He's put together a serum featuring alpaca saliva and their finest threads, and he injects it into himself. And the good news is it does give him monkey feet, which is why the Green Goblin is so agile and awesome. But it does make him look awful. It makes him look like just a flaky bread, like a large flaky bread loaf.
So here's the thing.
Yeah.
This is my fantasy. So in my fantasy...
This is your fantasy? This is
my best.
This is your deepest, darkest fantasy?
This is my deepest, darkest fantasy. In my fantasy, we got monkey feet, and we look the same. We look good. We look fine, in fact.
Just going on the deep web, Googling monkey feet. How do I get them?
How do I get them? So what would you got to say? What would you say is the worst?
I think
What's the worst modification of the human anatomy?
The worst modification would probably be every time you befriend someone, you immediately meld together and become one being.
Oh, God.
Irreversibly. This sounds like
Why?
This sounds like a great thing. This sounds very Neo-Plotinian, just yes, we're all going to come together as the one, and we're going to be together, and it's going to be wonderful. It's going to be a religious experience, quite literally. So it sounds very wonderful in that sense. But here's the thing is, I can't decide where I'm going to eat dinner as it is, let alone with just one internal dialogue going on. So if I have more that I have to argue with, it's never going to happen.
See, and what I feel like would happen is that, people of similar mindset will obviously become friends with each other. And so once you become friends with a person, you meld with them. And so over time, all of the people who agree with themselves become one person. So you just
have the one true Trump and the one true Hillary.
You got all of the liberal people on one side, and they're all one person, and all the conservative people on the other side, and they're one person, and they're just duking it out.
Yeah, and it's like who will be the super being of the United States instead of like who will be the president. So we have this massive debate, of course.
Who maintains dominance over the two people that exist in the world?
Yes. Well, I think what would happen is we would have this massive debate, and either both beings would explode, or they would all come together as one. And I think that would be just as bad.
If they all came together as one?
Yeah, I think then they'd blink out of existence.
Or maybe there's just one consciousness, Just have one set of thought.
Hey, I already said this. It sounds really, it sounds very Plotinus and great, but I think it would actually be a nightmare, because how are we going to make...
How are we going to make any
We already
decisions?
have gridlock as it is, let alone if we are one just super frustrated...
We're just a very frustrated teenage boy.
A frustrated super being, yeah.
It's just like, I don't know what I think.
I don't understand me.
That super being gets really, really, really into the 2005 emo movement. It's just like, Fall Out Boy understands me.
I write Seasonal Tragedies with a masterpiece. I prefer Take This to Your Grave over From Under a Cork Tree. He still loves From Under the Cork Tree, though.
Yeah, so I got another question for you, right?
Yep.
So, going along with this theme of weird changes that we got going in this episode.
Weird changes.
So our friend TK Hanley, or as we like to call him, Tickley.
He's on an episode with us?
Yeah.
Not too long ago.
One of our favorites. He's at T_K_Hanley on Twitter. So he asks us, what's the best mythical creature fight?
Ooh, the best.
Hashtag WTE pod. He didn't actually write that. I added that because branding. Put in hashtag WTE pod. It helps us so much. I'm pointing very hard at you.
All right. I think the worst fight between two mythical creatures would be between Crunchy Peanut Butter, because as far as I'm concerned, I've never seen it. It doesn't exist. It's not real. It's a rumor.
What?
Crunchy Peanut Butter
What?
And the Saber-Toothed Tiger. Saber-Toothed Tiger. Wow, good job with those words, Drew. Because it's extinct and is thereby no longer a thing. So yeah, just neither of them exist.
Hey, Drew.
Yeah.
What?
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 Well, the thing is that neither of them exist, so I think it'd be really boring, because I don't know if the saber-toothed tiger would be all that interested in the peanut butter, so at best, it'd just kind of like...
Just lick it.
It'd lick it once and then be like, okay, well, this is crunchy and it sucks, so no.
Just like with its big fangs, instead of sucking.
Just scrape and lick?
Scrape and lick!
What do you...
Saber-toothed tiger don't suck.
Saber-toothed tiger scrape and lick.
God, so many great references in this one.
We're killing it on the reference
really
train.
killing it on the reference
train. Yeah, it's
train.
very niche. So there.
Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy.
Once again, there are two people that all these jokes are for, and their names are Dylan and Drew, and they're having a great time right now. So,
and you, dear listener, buddy, friend, pal, love of my life.
What would be the best fight between two mythical creatures?
Ooh, man, I gotta go with a centaur versus the free hand of the market. No context needed.
Dunked on Ayn Rand so hard.
Yeah,
oh
man.
My God.
Adam Smith would be rolling in, slapping that centaur up silly. The centaur would be like, money isn't real. Money's just an idea.
Let me drop 2 dang cents on you, all right?
All right.
Money, it's not real. Who am I voting for this election? I'll tell you who I'm not voting for. Bill. Dollar bill. Because money runs the government. The federal banking reserves, they're running everything.
Uh-huh.
And I don't even understand how it's happening, because money, it's not even a thing. It's just an idea.
Drew, if you had to say whether or not money was just a thing that was made or a thing that physically exists, which would you pick?
Let me get right on this. All right,
man, folks, he's getting into it. Oh,
let me
man,
get right
those
on
arms
this.
are coming up.
It's a mythical being. It was made up by the Greeks, who were hedonists. Made up by the hedonistic Greeks. so that they could just buy their dang pottery and their oils. And it's just carried on since then. Yeah, they just tricked all these other nations into thinking like, oh, I should carry around this gold. Guess what? It doesn't do anything for you. Guess what, idiots? Doesn't do anything. So money, not a thing, just an idea.
So on a scale of 1 to just an idea, where does money rank?
It doesn't even rank because that it would have to be physically existent for that to even factor in. So the answer is an infinity sign and negative infinity.
So the answer is, why are we talking about
yeah,
this?
the answer...
It doesn't exist.
If Wittgenstein...
It's just an idea.
If Wittgenstein were to make a comment, he'd be like, this is something over which we cannot speak, and so we must pass over it in silence.
What?
Yeah. So... that's what I gotta say about money.
God, you're just throwing out your degree at me.
Throwing out those truths.
I'm so glad you went to college for 4 years for philosophy. Because every time you talk about it, I don't know what you're talking about.
Went to college for 4 years for philosophy so that I could joke about
it on a podcast.
Really use those dollars so good.
Exactly.
Dylan.
Uh-huh.
If there's one thing you could change in the world... if you were to assemble 7 Dragon Balls...
oh, no.
If you were to assemble 7 Dragon Balls all in one place and you're like...
no.
Hey, Shenron, Eternal Dragon Shenron, it's me, Dylan. Got a quick question for you. Less of a question and more of a request. Got this wish. What would the best wish be?
An eternal supply of heat tap. Ain't that right? Heat tap. You've killed for less. No, I've got to go with the best wish for the Eternal Dragon Shenron.
Yeah.
Probably got to be bringing my OC character to life.
Oh, Brian.
No, Gogurt. TM.
Gogurt!
He's trademarked.
He's Goku's grandpa.
Yeah, Goku's grandpa Gogurt.
Who has been wished back to life.
Exactly. Actually, Goku's grandpa is technically Gohan.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
His great-grandfather, Gogurt.
There we go.
And the crazy thing about Gogurt is, like, he's so good at stunts.
I know.
Like, when you...
he's not a Saiyan.
No.
He's just, like, a sick stuntman.
He's a sick stuntman. And, like, when you see him on that skateboard, he's just ripping it up. Mm-hmm. And, like, he's always got a pizza in one hand.
Like, kick flips.
He's got a pizza in one hand. And, coincidentally, he's got a Gogurt in the other hand.
Wow.
And he's just wilding out.
Well, see, actually, his original name was Frank.
And
but
he
then
changed it to Gogurt.
Sponsored.
Yeah, he got
by Gogurt.
Which sponsored as a skateboarder by Gogurt.
Which is why his name is Gogurt TM.
His Tech Deck YouTube videos got sponsored by Gogurt.
Man, Dragon Ball must be really in the future because this is all very recent.
Hey, what's up, everyone? It's me, Gogurt, just coming at you with another fresh Tech Deck video. Now check this right here. Now I just picked up this new plastic half pipe. This one's crazy. It's 17 inches tall.
Guys, he's doing so many
17
flips
inches
with his
tall,
hands, with his fingers.
Almost 1.5 feet. That's how big this half pipe is.
God.
And I'm just doing some
Drew,
crazy
chill.
stunts right here. Whoop!
You are doing flips all over the table with your fingers.
6 stunts.
Getting those sweet tech dollars.
I so agree. We got to bring Gogurt back into this.
I feel you.
And his wife, Chow Chow.
Plus, like, that would make me feel so much better about those countless hours spent at 3 a.m. drawing new fan art of Gogurt so that I could post to my loyal DeviantArt fan.
Pictures of Gogurt with Goku standing there saying, I respect you, and Vegeta, like, looking off to the side.
Forlornly.
And saying, me too.
Oh, yeah, my one fan on DeviantArt's really proud of my work.
Your dad?
He doesn't understand it, but he does support me.
Yeah, but he's very proud.
What would you say is the worst wish for the Eternal Dragon Shenron?
I'd say the worst wish is for all of Dragon Ball GT to be canon.
Oh, no.
Just that.
No.
Oh, my God.
True.
Here's the thing, and I'm gonna show my hand here. Is I haven't watched GT.
Good.
I'm just biased against it on principle.
Good. It's terrible. It's not okay. So context for people who aren't, as great as we are.
Yeah.
So Dragon Ball.
Who didn't get the education we did?
Exactly. So Dragon Ball came first. Then Dragon Ball Z.
Dragon Ball Z.
Then Dragon Ball Z ended.
Yeah.
And someone acquired the rights to Dragon Ball Z and made Dragon Ball GT. So it's not canon and it sucks.
Yeah.
Not because it's not canon. It just sucks in general.
Drop another 2 cents on you. Got another layer for this one.
Sure.
All Dragon Ball Z fan fiction. It's canon now.
No.
That's the worst
No,
wish.
everything is no.
The,
I reject this
The good
wish.
news is that all your
You're a
Gogurt.
villain.
The good
You're a
news is that
supervillain.
all of your Gogurt fan fiction would be canon.
Well, you gotta have it in small doses.
Maybe
You
the
can't
most.
just bring all of them together.
maybe the most
I'm
in-
a trained author. I can handle it.
I think maybe the most inefficient wish though would be to wish Frieza back because they've done it maybe 40 times now
Yeah.
and it hasn't worked once.
No, he keeps dying, man.
He's not a very good villain.
I would like to point out. Well, he was a great villain whenever he was at.
He
the
was
height
a
of his
great
power.
villain for 2 days.
Yeah. I would like to point out that there is an episode in Dragon Ball Z where, and track with me here, Hell.
Yes, Hell.
Which exists.
Yes.
In Dragon Ball Z.
I'm familiar.
Hell literally opens up, and all of
Nice
the bad
place.
guys, all the superpowered bad guys,
Love the
that
palm trees there.
that all of the quote unquote Z warriors.
Tap's not very cold there is a problem.
It's not. It's true. It's pretty lukewarm.
All right.
Plus it's fizz, too.
all of the Hell Warriors.
All the people that they've killed, over time have sprung from hell and come to Earth to wreak havoc, and Frieza is leading them.
Yeah.
So Frieza, who was at one point considered to be the ruler of the universe, had conquered planet after planet after planet. He goes up and challenges Gohan, who at the time, whenever he was originally killed, was like 6. He's now like 15. He challenges Gohan, and Gohan kills him with one punch.
With one punch, if I
With
remember
one
correctly.
punch. A single punch.
Yeah.
And he ceases to exist.
He punched him apart. He punched him out of existence.
He punched him apart. That is the ridiculousness of Dragon Ball Z. That's why I love it so much. It is just, it is a terrible show, but it is so good because it's so bad, and I love it.
All right, Dylan, we've gone pretty reference heavy on this episode.
We have.
So,
boy.
we talked about this, and I think now is a good time to instigate this new feature in Worst Thing Ever with Dylan and Drew, which is how confused will David Roth be by this episode?
How confused will my dad, David Roth, be by this episode?
So, Dylan, give me a figure. How confused is?
So between 1 and 10?
Yeah, how confused?
Oh boy, I'm gonna have to go with a solid 9 on this one.
Solid 9.
A solid 9. Reference
right.
heugh level.
All right,
Reference
David, thank you for
reference
listening.
Heavy episode.
And it's okay. It's okay. We
accept you no matter what.
All right. So this has been Worst Thing Ever with
Yeah,
Dylan and
this is a
Drew.
good little place to wrap it up, ain't it?
Thank you for listening.
We love you.
Yeah, we love you so
Like,
much.
intimately.
Follow us on the media space. We're
Yeah.
Worst Pod Ever on
Snapchat,
Twitter,
Facebook,
Facebook,
at Worst Pod Ever,
and
like
such.
us on Facebook.
Hey, if you send in a recommendation for us to shout out on the podcast, we're going to put you up on a new page on the website. It's called Wall of Buddies. And basically what it's going to have is just your name, the question you asked, a link to which episode the thing is on. And if I remember correctly, do we put their Twitter tag?
Yeah.
Yeah, and we'll have your
So
Twitter
use,
tag up on there.
Use hashtag WTEpod. WTEpod. That's how we find you guys. We're going to put you up there. We're also going to send you a little something special that you'll find out about, and I think you're going to like it. You'll get sent like a physical thing in the mail, like a cool little physical thing in the mail that you're going to like. So yeah, hashtag, we're going to do it again. Hashtag WTEpod if you have Twitter. If you don't, if you are Twitterless, email us at worstthingeverpodcast@gmail.com. All right, and that's that. I'm your best friend, Dylan.
I'm your worst friend, Drew.
This has been Worst Thing Ever with Dylan and Drew.
Just Google it.
Just Google it.
This episode of Worst Thing Ever with Dylan and Drew is brought to you by Heatap, the perfect nightmare drink to fuel your righteous vengeance. Drink it at night, drink it at work, drink it while training. Heatap, remember, you've killed for less.